Hello there guys, welcome to a late night live stream tonight. Just gonna get my headphones here. So basically the feeling is, I was in bed, I'm not really tired, I'm a bit, I've got this game stuck in my head now, so I'm gonna go ahead and do a little bit more on that this evening, but I figured, you know, if you're up and you want to listen to some weird dude on the internet make games, then this is the place for you. So let's just see, I'm just getting myself set up here. Special shout out to someone who I do know is watching, Georgina, hope you're enjoying your holiday. Yeah, so let's, where am I going for this? Create a studio, and we'll just fire that up. Here we go, live streaming. Oh yeah, Spotify, I need music. What kind of thing do you listen to at a late night programming gig? I quite like, I found this this playlist, the Hacking and Software Development playlist by Alberto Sabio Incluto. So we're going to be listening to that. Nice project name, very subtle. Hey, welcome back. Yeah, it basically is yet another zombie game though, right? So let's see where this goes, see where the night takes us. So what are we doing now? Well, let me just recap on where we left off. We had the, this is not the right one. Please tell me my work saved, because this is about to be a very disappointingly short video. So it could just be the map that didn't save. Let me just drop a spawner in, and I'm not seeing the zombie thing, zombie manager. It could just be the U map that didn't save, but I'm not seeing any zombies spawning either. Maybe if I move out of the radius and move back in. Okay, and I'm going to guess that there's no nav mesh bounds volume, so that was pretty close. I thought we lost everything there. Hey guys, there's a couple more people joining. A nav mesh bounds volume, where you at? Oh yeah, bro. Nav mesh bounds volume. Let's make this thing big. I don't know, just make it 30. That works. Just double check that. Yep, that's cool for now. Okay, so I think that should make our zombies walk. Again, move out the radius of the spawner. Move back into it, and yeah, they can walk around now. So this is what I was going to work on tonight. It was going to be a slow one, so I didn't mind googling so much, but I'm going to try get a particle system built, one of my first particle systems, and I'm also going to do the a bit more in the animation. So I'm going to start with the animation. I think that's a good place to start, and it was actually in Mixamo Animal Pack, Jill, Anims, and Climb. So someone very kindly told me in the last stream that you are supposed to keyframe each bone. So for my animation, since I don't want to put too much time into it, I'm just going to keyframe 4 bones. So that would be the shoulders, actually 5 bones, 6, just 6 bones. I can do it on 4, right? I mean, because if I rotate the 4, no. 6 bones. So right arm, right forearm, left forearm, and right hand and left hand. Okay, I'm just going to bring this up for other reasons. Cool. Okay, so excuse me. I need to first find a way to clean up this mess that I made earlier. I think what we're actually going to do is probably just delete the asset. Okay, we won't delete it for now. We'll duplicate the idle again. I wonder if there's a still. It's easier to animate in Blender. I'm sure it is, but I don't know how to use Blender at all. To the point that I mean, let's take a look. I think I just about managed half of the teacup tutorial. So yeah, I mean, I can barely make a 3D object in Blender, never mind animating this thing. So this software, I don't know how to use it yet. I really should take a couple of courses on it though. It's something that I know I should really have the skills to do. But anyway, yeah. So let's try and keep this on Unreal Engine, and we'll do this Jill Climb 2. Jill Climb 2. How original. So, what we're going to do is pause this, take this back to the beginning, and her starting position is going to have to be below the ground. And so what I want to do is I'm going to have to do 7 bones for her hips as well. Maybe I'll just do the arms just for this first thing. So let me go find our friend Jill. There she is. So I want to put her, just slow the camera down there. So yeah, if you hold, while you're right click and using W, A, and D to fly around, you can use the scroll wheel to change how fast you zoom. So now I zoom pretty fast, but I can scroll that backwards towards me to slow it right down. So if you're trying to do something with quite a bit of detail, slow the camera down, it'll help you see what you're doing a bit easier. So what I want her arms to do, let me just figure out how high that is. Okay. I want her arms to go up, so I'm going to select the... I wonder if you can... I should be able to close these out so I can sort of stop losing what I'm working on. Close all of this stuff. I can close the arm, the hand. Okay. So on the right arm, I want her arm to go... It doesn't really look realistic, but I'm gonna go with it anyway. I'm gonna put her arm up at 160. I don't need the legs, but I can just close those down. So the left arm now, I'm gonna rotate that up to 160 as well. Cool. So from above the ground, you're gonna see these hands come up, and perhaps the forearm, since we're going to be working with that anyway, should be more like this, and the same on the right forearm. Okay, so we're going to key that there. So that does us a move on the hips and the left arm and the forearm and the right arm and the right forearm. Okay, so what I believe I do now is move along to a bit further in the animation, somewhere around here, and position her where I want her to be next. So on hips, wait, animation is being edited, click apply to raw animation data, click apply. I don't know what that does, so I'm gonna hold off doing that. I feel like yeah, so I want her to come to here, so that's where her hips would be, and her right forearm. Let's see what we can do with this. I think it's actually her right arm that I want to rotate, so I'll put that bit down a bit more. Rotate her forearm so I keep it level with the ground and out a bit more. And the same with this one. You can put that down now. You can rotate you sort of like this. Let's take a look at that. Yeah, okay. And so then I want to add another key, and that adds one on all of the tracks, I believe. Oh yeah, sweet. So I'm not going to click apply, I'll do that at the end, I'll just add a key. So that's her there, and then I suppose her next position would be sort of like crouched over, pushing down on the ground. So I'm going to start with the hips and bring her up out of the ground a bit more. I suppose we can apply rotation to the hips, so she would kind of... Does that affect her whole body? Because... yeah, that works. I can work with that. So then her right arm wants to be positioned down a bit more, so she's sort of pushing down on the ground in order to climb out. So this is where the hands come in. So this is where I want to make the hands go flat on the ground like that. Her other one, her other arm, let's see, let's put that down again, the same fashion. Left hand, rotate you that way. So it's a little bit derpy, but I'm okay with that. So we'll add another key, and again, that's moved a key in all of them. That's really good. So let's take a look at what we have so far. Okay, it's very oh, the hands. Okay, so because at the beginning we didn't have the hands moved, we should have added a key beforehand. Okay, so that's a lesson I've just learned there. So what I think I'll need to do is put the hands back at the beginning. I'm not too sure how they're supposed to look now. Yeah, I really ought to have the hands back at the beginning so that they can transition as well. So we select these hands now. So I'm trying to fix a problem I've just made here. I don't know if this is going to go well or not. I hope so. Straighten that out a bit more. So if I click add key, I'm hoping. Oh wow, okay. Yes, that's cool. That is cool. Yo, we're getting there. Around about on this key, we want to reposition the hands again. So sort of put them down a bit more. Do you know, I've always hated animation, but I'm really enjoying this. This is pretty fun. I'm just basically drawing out what I wanted to do. Oh, I screwed up. No, I screwed up again. Shit. Okay. Let's try again. Let's select the... Oh god damn, I have to close all. There we go. Nope. I don't want to see from the right hand down. Oh, from the left hand. Okay. So it was her right hand now? No, left hand. There we go. Okay. So I click add key again here because now it adds it to the hand. So they're going to go like that. And she's going to sort of squeeze herself out the ground a bit more. And then where is she going to go from here? I feel like she sort of needs to either crawl forward and then stand up, or sort of bring her knees up out of the ground somehow. So let's move her up a bit more by, let's say, here. Let's move her up a bit more. So we're gonna grab the hips and reposition those. So yeah, we could rock her forward onto her knees. Actually, you could put one foot out in front. I'm just trying to think of how you might climb out of the ground. If she was to... Okay, so what we're gonna do now is we're gonna bring the legs into this. So she's gonna sort of sit herself upright, and we're gonna grab the right upper leg, and we're gonna... Oh wait, okay, I almost forgot. Before I do that, I need to add a keyframe because we've not actually messed with the legs yet. So here, I need to select the legs and add keyframes to those. Okay. Oh, Roland, sorry dude, sorry I missed you. It is pretty late. I wasn't planning on doing this. This is totally I don't know. It just kind of happened. So my right upper leg, I'm gonna... Ooh, what am I doing? No, before I do that, on... Oh, she's really... Okay, I really messed up now. The hips are too high for some reason. Or is it the rotation? Because I rotated it back. No, it's not the rotation. It's that the hips are too high. So from there... Okay, they're still a bit too high there, really. Put her like that. She doesn't really touch the floor, that's my problem. Here, she doesn't touch the floor, and I don't want to go and edit the hands. Alright, I could just do that to her. and then reposition her again here. That works, right? Okay. So now what I'm gonna do is move the hips up again. Let's try again with the legs now. I'm gonna rotate one of these legs up like that. I think her hips really want to be down a bit more. I'm not sure. Let me take a look from the other side. Yeah, she can rotate her upper leg quite a bit more than that. Thank you, dude. Hope you sleep well. Let's rotate her foot up and rotate her leg back a bit and her foot. Let me check that from under here. Yeah, okay, so if I move her up, actually, so she's, oh, no. And I don't want to click Control Z either. I want to just put that back where it was before. Okay. Her hips, I want to move her whole body up. So she's a bit more like that. That could be a bit fast. I'm going to keyframe it anyway, but we'll take a look. Okay, so her legs need the animation going to them, so she gets up like that. She sort of rises up out the ground, and of course I should have moved her arms. Let's see, so when she reaches here, her arms want to be down, so let's go and tweak her arms down on the right arm. So if she could maybe put that one on her knee, that could be pretty cool. Let's rotate that hand down. Okay, and then what? So if I'm crouching up, I might put my other arm slightly behind me. Let's take a look at how it looks. Wrong one. So where might I go with that? Her hand rotation is all crazy, but we can drop that down like that. So, okay. That seems interesting. Let's take a look at it. Oh no, okay. Oh wait, do I have to? Because they moved to there on that keyframe. Did I make an act? Oh no, what have I done? Oh no, this is really going. I think I started to try and make this a bit too complicated because this is not. What happens if I press apply? This model is from the Mixamo anim pack here. It's free. You can go into your marketplace and you can find the Mixamo anim pack. Just search for Mixamo in here. And they have this free animation pack here, which comes with characters and the subsequent animations for them. So let's figure out why my hands have messed up. So here on this keyframe, that hand's going to be. I know what it is. I think I know what it is. Just to test this theory, I'm gonna just rotate that hand like that. No, not the hand. I need to do something a bit more obvious. How about her entire arm? Let's just stick it up in the air for now. So by the time, do I have to select which keyframe I'm working on, or how does this work? Why do some of them have more keyframes than others? Excuse me. So this is getting a bit crazy. I wonder if I should use this record function. I'm not really sure. I'm starting to lose it a bit here. So that was where she did her leg step up thing. that arm is now just way broken. So let me put that back to, oh, okay, wrong tilt. Let's put that back somewhere a bit more normal. Okay. This is, when I stop and look at how ridiculous what I'm actually doing is, so her arms are like that, okay, and she comes out the ground and she tries to press on the ground there, but her arm goes down too much, so I'm going to tweak that. And she presses on it just a little touch more. The hands I can come back and sort out, so her arms are like that, they're like that. Well then, how come that one's not on a knee anymore? This just doesn't make any sense. So here, okay, on this keyframe, the number of keyframes might be due to the number of bones in each parent socket. Oh my god, this goes so deep. I had no idea about all this. Jesus, is there a button to just make everything record at once? So wherever I position the dummy, then reposition it. Like, it should just record where all of the bones are, right? Is there a way to make it do that? I don't know. This is not what I want to be going on right now. That's a notify. I don't think I need that. No. Nope. Okay, so I'm pressing buttons and getting myself lost here. She looks okay where she is now. Then she proceeds to... Why the snap there? You see the arm snaps? Okay, I feel like scrapping this and trying again. I feel like it's beyond repair, and I'm trying to repair something that I don't fully understand. So maybe we'll give this another attempt. I'm okay with that. You know, you got to do iterations when you're trying to develop something. So we'll go ahead and we'll duplicate it. Now we'll name this Jill underscore climb underscore 3 2. Let's try again. I'm just gonna get a sip of water first, wherever my water is. So what are you guys doing up late? Is people developing their own games? Are you playing games, watching live streams for no particular reason? Okay. So we spent 20 minutes trying to do an animation, then we deleted it because it was bad. So, development, eh? Let's see if I can... Let's try this again. Let's grab the hips and we'll move these down into the ground. We know that she needs to be underground. So... I forgot that it was playing. Let's see what this record function does. I'll just name it new animation for now. Oh wait, why is it still recording? No, I can't animate a person that fast. How the hell? Okay, let's see what this does. If she just shoots up, that's gonna be crazy. Because how is anyone supposed to move? Oh my god. Okay. Please, Unreal, explain to me what this record function is for. There is no way that I can move her bones around and record something fast enough. That's just not in real time. That doesn't work. So, right, wherever the new animation. Right, I didn't really want to. Where did that new animation go? There it is. Let's delete that. Let's go back to what we tried the first time. That clearly worked a bit better for us. So Jill, anims, idle, duplicate. Nope, I've already done that. We have Jill climb 2 here. So the hips we're gonna move down under the ground. We're not gonna try the record feature because we don't really understand how it works, but it doesn't really work for us. So let's see. Let's get rid of the neck. Let's get rid of anything below the hand, and let's bring this to a pause to the very beginning, the first place we want this zombie to spawn. Well, what bones am I going to be editing? Everything down to the foot. Hips, shoulder, arm, forearm, right hand, left arm, forearm, left hand, right leg, right foot, right upper leg. Ugh, it's a lot of them to. Add bone transform to additive layer tracks. Okay. Let's give it a play and see where we get. She might be a bit too far under the ground right now. Where you at, Jill? Yeah, she's a bit too far underground. Let's go back onto her hips and bring them back up to about here. Yeah, let's start her off there. So her arm is up, but we don't want it rotated that much. It was her right shoulder, wasn't it? Or her right arm? I suppose this is where the confusion comes in. I need to make a note of which ones I'm using and only use those, because otherwise the keyframes between the other ones are going to be messed up. So is there a way to, what can we do with you? Nothing, I suppose. Yeah, okay. So we're still getting the 0 position set up anyway, so it shouldn't be a problem. The right forearm, let's rotate it up a bit more and see how she looks from underground, although that doesn't really matter. Yeah, let's just animate her from up here. So maybe if her arm was rotated forwards as well, and she was climbing out of the ground like that, that's a bit better. So the forearm, let's rotate you and bring you down a bit, as with the hand. Okay, and the left arm, let's bring you up and forward. And your forearm, let's tilt it up a bit more, rotate it around. I want to rotate her arm like that, but it doesn't seem right. It's almost as if I've wrapped her in. Yeah, that's okay. The ramblings of a madman is all I can say. Okay, so we're gonna add a key here because I think that'll do for our first frame. So let's just double check what we got. We got the hips, T, R, and S. That means nothing to me. Can I collapse them? So you have hips, left arm, forearm, right arm. Okay, and also the legs, because we're gonna use those later, right? So do I have to move them, or can I just say that I want you to key them? I'll do a key before they come into play. So let's, so she starts there. Now by here-ish, I don't really know how long this should take a person, but let's move her up. Let's move her arms down to be pushing her up. That's all kinds of fucked up, really. There we go. So if they were kind of up and her arms were down to push her. Nope, wrong button. See, I've used forearm now, and I don't know if I was using shoulder before. No, I wasn't. But now I've moved shoulder, that's going to mess up, right? Damn it. Okay, but I didn't add a keyframe, I just broke it. So if I press... Okay, if I press Control Z, that's still fucked up. Huh. Okay, because I moved the hips up right. So why doesn't Control Z undo what I've... Why didn't it undo the hips? Anyway, let's put her arm back up and try that again. Never press Control Z. That seems to be something that I'm learning. I don't understand why it doesn't work as I expect it to, though. Okay, my left shoulder, no, right shoulder. I don't know where she is. Let's just. Okay, so it's right that we want to be working on. My right arm. Let me go check how she looks. Let's bring that up. There we go. We're nearly there already. Maybe the forearm instead. Yeah, that's better. And we can tilt your hand. Okay. So we'll just press key again at the start to make sure that we're getting that. So we have right shoulder and left shoulder now. Okay. So we're working with all these four, the hips, and the legs we'll also be introducing soon as well. So I'll leave those there as a reminder to me, to myself. So by here, we said we wanted to, if I add a keyframe, no, I moved it and then I pressed add keyframe, right? So I'm going to move the character to here, position her arms. There's a way on Discord, I believe, that you can have a server playing the Spotify music that you're playing, right? Because I feel like the music I'm listening to is really, really chill, and I wish I could have it on the stream, but I don't know how it works with copyright things. So my crazy plan is to have a channel in the Discord where you can come and listen to what I'm listening to. So if I'm doing a little chill video like this, you can come and listen along to my crazy playlists. Let's see what we got here. Okay, that'll do, I think. So I press add key, and it changed a lot of them. Not the. Did it change my left shoulder? No, it didn't add a key on the left shoulder because we didn't move those. So I'm just gonna tweak them ever so slightly and press add key again because I want everything to line up this time. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to scan through it all after everything. So, what the fuck? Are you serious? How the hell did that arm spin all the way around? Like, really? Really? I'm sat here thinking this is going really well, and then she just goes and, let's play this, just spins her arm in there as she pops up on the ground. Okay, sorry, I've got a terrible cough at the minute. That right shoulder, what the hell are you doing? The right arm even, I think it's the arm. I don't really know how you tell which one it is. Well, let's go and have a look through the graphs. Let's see if the graphs reveal anything. Is there any of the right hand arm that looks really crazy? Yes, this one. You start up there and end down. Like, why do you swap over? Oh my god, I didn't realize I could edit this on here. That is a game changer. Okay. Okay. So I'm working on, this is quite, right, I'm not really sure where her arm is now. I think I made it worse again. Oh, come on. The right arm, I swapped something over. I think, yeah, I swapped these guys over. So I'm gonna... Nope, what the heck? I just want to select this node here, but it keeps getting in my way. No, that's not. I'm pressing on a totally different thing there. Okay. So now our arm just does this crazy stay in the air kind of thing. Now it goes back to the spin. There has to be something else causing the spin. The yaw, the pitch. And what do we have? Well, the yaw is on -1 there, and then it's on 40 there. The pitch is on 23, and then it's on -3. So maybe it's a combination of the two. So maybe it just sort of wants to not do that. No, it's not that one. It doesn't seem like it's that one. Oh wow, right, I'm really just messing. I'm not really seeing how this is helping. Right, so now we seem to have a different situation in that we just have one position. She shouldn't start like that. She should have got I feel like I'm getting better at the animation. It's just I keep hitting these glitches and I don't know how to undo them. I mean, alright, okay, so I've gone all the way back to this point. Okay, so you can undo. Okay, so maybe I don't press undo enough. Maybe it's not that I shouldn't press it. Maybe it's that I don't press it enough. Because I'm sort of at a workable state here. Thank you, Agent. Thanks for tuning in. You can check tomorrow. Hopefully we've got some cool animation up. Okay, so the hands. That's the arm that I'm rotating. There we go. That'll do. So add a key and we'll hit apply as well. So this is where she'll sit and jingle unless I now go to the hips, move the hips up to here. Let's bring the right shoulder down to about here, and out. Oh, maybe you didn't want to go down the whole way. That's so demented. Okay, rotations. And the hand, let's go and have another look at this. Okay, let's bring the shoulder down a bit again. Rotate the hand around. Jesus, you can see why some games use the same animations, because this shit takes time. There really is no quick fix solution to this. I suppose someone just wanted to mention Blender earlier, and I really believe you when you say it's easier in Blender, but if you don't know Blender and this is all that you've got like me, then what the hell are you supposed to do? You animate all of this by hand like this for hours? There's got to be a better way, is all I'm saying. Rotate the shoulder down. Well, she's a zombie, so I can use that as my excuse as to why she looks so bad and her animations are so jaggy. But yeah, I'm not really sure how I want this. That'll do. We'll add another keyframe here for everything. And we'll hit apply. So she goes from there to here. There we go. That's getting there. She's getting there. She goes from here to here. That's kind of cool. So we'll move on again. Let's try again now. Let's probably get the legs incorporated this time. Oh my god, okay. I didn't look at this woman. She doesn't look okay. She's not happy. People's arms don't do that. Let's get her out the ground as quick as we can. Maybe no one will notice. Okay. So let's somehow try and unfuck those arms, if that's possible. I'm not really sure what the cloth is doing on her shoulder, but I feel like it's because of me messing this thing up. Okay. Let's try and put them back down by your side a bit more. I feel like the shoulder and the arm are positioned at very much the same place, and so messing with one could be seen as messing with the other. There we go. Okay, let's unfold her body. That's what I was doing. I had the shoulder folded in on the arm. I should have been trying to rotate the arm and not the... I should rotate the arm and not the shoulder to rotate the arm, because the shoulder's going to mess around with all of their shoulder textures and shit that are tied to that area. So again, not the shoulder, it's her arm that I want to put down. And her forearm I want to sort of extend out a bit. It wouldn't be... Your arm wouldn't be tucked all the way in at that point. It would still be somewhat outwards. There we go. Okay, so that's that one. And then let's move the left arm. Again, I feel like there's some unfucking to be done here. I feel like I've rotated the shoulder in a way that I shouldn't have done. There we go. So she was a bit, that side was a bit easier to unfuck. Let's rotate this around. There we go. It wants to sort of be positioned back a bit, I suppose, and up a little. This is just hundreds of small, fine tweaks, I suppose, to try and get it just right. No, that's not the rotation I wanted. That might be. It looks okay. It looks okay. So I might even... No, I'm not going to be silly and try and add anything extra in here. So we'll add that there, and then we'll hit apply. So hopefully we don't have any spinning limbs. Oh, there we go. We have a spinning limb. What did I do? What did I do? Okay. I don't know where that came from, but it's not okay for a person's body to do that. Let's undo and undo animation. So why are our arms now fucked up again? This doesn't make any sense. This really doesn't make any sense. What does the S, the R, and the T mean? Oops, I didn't mean to do that. I don't want to do that. What does S, R, and T mean? That's what I'm interested to know. But all of these... Okay, so right arm doesn't have a keyframe in it. And... But I mean, here... Huh. Right arm and... Where does the... Yeah, okay, I'm just confused as to why right arm didn't have another keyframe in there. Let's close all this down. And... I'm at the beginning here. Right? Like, this is frame 0. So why are her hips now Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, my dear. Look what I've done to this. This poor woman. I mean, I know she's a zombie, but nobody deserves to be crushed and rolled into shapes like this. Damn. Okay. I don't know what to do. I don't know whether to scrap this and try again. I feel like it's getting messy again, and I don't really understand what's going on. Let's have a little look around and see what you can kind of do with this. What's the anim slot manager? I don't know. What is the anim curves? I don't know. Jesus, this is really, really complicated for a newbie. What do? We make a blend profile called test. Oh, fuck. I don't know what this does, but it gave me lots of options. Huh. Maybe I shouldn't. I don't really want to break these options right now. I don't want a blend profile. Okay, so I'm not gonna. I think I'm getting too deep into that. Is there anyone, by chance, of the 4 people watching this that's done animation in Unreal before that could point me to what I'm looking for? Excuse me, is a way to have every single bone add a keyframe when I press add keyframe. Like, I want everything to remember where it is, and then I'll press add keyframe again, and I want everything to remember where it is, and then I'll just do that. Like, I don't want to have to think about these individual bones, if that makes sense. Oh fuck. Now what's happened? Okay, we're definitely deleting this one. 3rd time's the charm, right? Let's see. Let's duplicate this again. Fuck, man, I got so into this, I forgot that I still got to do like the particle system for the lighting as well. But it's a night of exploration and testing. This is Jill_climb_2. For the 3rd time, Jill, you will climb up out of the ground. Maybe there's a different way I could make her do this. Maybe there's a much simpler way, since I'm not very good at. So instead of doing a climbing animation, what if she rose up like a vampire out of a coffin, right? So I'm gonna tone all this down. Calm down a bit, really. Let's see. Put my right hand in, your left hand in. Grab the hips and shake them all about. Since that's her center. Oh yeah, I can always adjust her position. So our very first keyframe is going to be of her arms up in the air like a zombie. Good 80-degree turn on that, and a good 80-degree turn on this guy. Okay, so you're going to start with these 2 hands like that. That's at a key. So the only thing we have is hips, left arm, and right arm. Awesome. And all I'm going to do is set an end position that I want. And it's going to take her... Also, how do I trim this down? That's another thing I need to know. The size of the animation is not what I want. So, is there a way to change? There should be a way to change the length of the animation, right? Like, surely I feel like I should just be able to drag this and shrink the length. We saw the length thing somewhere else earlier. Animation length, exported time, set range, frame import range. What the fuck? I don't want to set it in frames, I just want to set it in a couple of seconds or something like that. Animated time, perhaps. I have no idea. Is it because I'm building it off another animation? There's a question. Since I'm duplicating idle, am I set to idle's time? So if I was to make a new... What is this that I'm making? What are you? You're an animation sequence. That's a level sequence. So where the hell do you get animation sequences from? That's crazy. Animation sequence, where are you? Animation blueprint, animation montage, or blend space. None of those are what I want to make. So if I select a skeleton and then, ooh, maybe this is what I want. Create an asset for the skeleton. Current pose, and we're gonna, oh there, here we go, a sequence here. So we're gonna name this Jill climb underscore sequence. Okay, and it's currently 0 frames long, but 0.033. Okay, cool. So when I go back to her skeleton now and try this again, but this time we're building a nice clean one, so we've got nothing else to mess us up. Sorry. So we have her hips. Let's move her hips. Awesome. Actually, no, we wanted to put her about here, and then we needed to rotate her hips. And her right arm wanted to be rotated by 80 degrees, and her left arm by 80 degrees. Let's move the hips down a bit more. Okay, so then we press a key and apply. And what we have now is fuck knows for not a lot of time. So how is it I add more time to this? Now I have the problem of too little time. I mean, Jesus. This is really, really confusing me. I just sort of want an Unreal Engine developer to knock on my room and come in and say, oh no, this is how you do this and this is how you do that, you know. One of those people to sort of sit there and just sort of talk you through it, but unfortunately, I don't have that. So, the goal was to extend the animation, wasn't it? Yeah. None of those are going to do that. That's really puzzling. I mean, how to, okay, let's Google this. Unreal Engine 4. Unreal Engine 4. We're looking for animation sequence increase time. How to change the number of frames. Open up your 1-frame animation, hit play, then record a new animation with the record button. It will generate an animation with the length you're recording. One more thing, if you record something like a 3-second animation but want it to be 2 seconds, you can right click on the animation's time bar and remove the time frame you don't need. Okay, so what, I press record and then like stop recording. and that gives me the length of time I wanted. Huh. Okay, I can work with that. Right, we should probably... Oh my god. Okay, I'm so sorry, lady. I did not mean to do this to you. I broke her. Let me put that back. I'm sorry, person. Oh fuck. Why is that the recorded? I don't want to be doing this animation. No. No. No, fuck. Yeah, that looks really painful. We're gonna get rid of that. Let's try again. Let's try it again. I've got this. We can do this. We can do this. Where's Jill at? Come here. Show me your climb sequence. So this is that single one frame animation again. We're not gonna touch her hips. They should be in an okay position. They are. Good news. So we'll record this for like a second and a half, and we'll name this climb out. Oops. Okay, it's gonna take them. Her hips are broken again. That's pretty crazy. Why would that be? So maybe the recording method doesn't work. Maybe that's not the right answer. If you click on the time bar, you have an option to remove a frame, remove a frame, remove a frame. So why can't I right click on the time bar and... Oh well. Okay, that was pretty dumb, wasn't it? There is a frame. Why am I animating in Unreal Engine 4? Well, I'm animating in Unreal Engine 4 because my channel's called Totally Unreal and I don't really know how to use Blender. So I'm gonna attempt to do this in Unreal Engine 4. The amount of you that are telling me that I shouldn't be doing this, yeah, it's really hitting home. I really shouldn't be doing this in here. But we'll append a frame at the end. I don't know. 60 frames per second gives us a second, right? Or 2 seconds for some reason. Okay, maybe animations are at 30 frames a second. So we'll apply that, and it can work in Unreal Engine 4. And yeah, Philip, I'm really seeing that the Unreal Engine animation system is terrible. I can see that. I'm just trying to get something working over here. How easy do you think Blender is to pick up? Is it something that I can sort of get comfortable modeling in within a weekend? I use Google SketchUp for all of my things. I don't know why, it's just the one that I've always used, but okay. Blender, we're gonna have to learn Blender then. Okay, so let me think about this. These pegs that I've got here aren't right, these keys over here. So what I need to do is put myself here and then remove frame 0 to 59. Okay, I think I know what I'm doing. Hear me out. I think I know what I'm doing. This is what, a 1 frame animation now? So I want to add frames, so append at the end 60 frames or 59 frames. That's it. So animation, you use Maya. Okay, so you sort of modeling your workflow would be a model in Blender. Where do you do your rigging? Is that in Blender as well, or is that in Maya? Adding your skeleton to your thing. But let's get the hips over here and rotate that person up and move them up as well. The arms could rotate down a bit. Add a keyframe and apply. So maybe I did this a bit wrong because she sort of... No, it kind of works. I need to sort of rock her forward now though. See here, she doesn't... So... Yeah, what I really should do, I suppose, on this one is grab the hips and... I don't know if that's right. It kind of works. But she's too high at the beginning. We'll just undo that. Oh, fuck. Okay, so that's where we're at now. Let's just finish this up and put it in the game because I've never done animation before. This is starting to piss me off quite a bit now. I just wanted to see if I could make a simple animation, and the answer is no, I cannot. Let's put her there, and let's bring the... Also, it pisses me off why these things always unfold. I took them away for a reason. Put you down there, and the arm on the other side down too. We will add a key and hit apply. So our animation now is spooky zombie arms, and she's up, and then she'll chase you. Cool. It kind of works. Yeah, oh. Bitch. Get a bitch. Have I used C++ on Unreal? No, I haven't. I haven't. I've just never really felt the need to. A lot of what I would do is in blueprints, and I feel, I mean, for me, playing on Unreal Engine, I mean, I use the term playing because it's oh fuck, I'm recording that as an animation. I use the term playing on Unreal because it's something that I find myself just enjoying playing about on. I've never really made a fully fledged project or put too much time and too much effort into something, because to me it's a bit of fun. I enjoy just playing on it and seeing what I can make. It's a big Lego set, really. So I've not really stressed myself out with C++. I like to keep it quite simple with my little blueprints. So let's go and take a look at Spawner. So now I can get out of blueprints, thank God for that, and I can go and write some typical blueprint code. Here's where I'm back in my element. So it's not in Spawner. Good start. It would be in Basic Zombie on spawning, where we play an animation here, but this one is going to be get up bitch. Compile that, and I have no idea where that... Oh, okay, it's there. So I'll take that and put it into AI, and from AI I'll put it in zombies, and in zombies I'm going to put it in models, and there's no models in here anyway, so I'm not going to put it in there. I'm going to put it in inside Jill. Let's put it here. Let's get rid of these because these are just taking up space now. I can delete that. I'll fix that reference in a minute. So yeah, I noticed you use your quotation marks around good enough there. Alright, I know it's bad, but for my first animation in Unreal Engine, I'm calling it a success. You know, I feel like it could have been a lot worse. In fact, we had the other one earlier on the previous stream where she just sort of did a spin. So yeah, let's give this a look into. So move away from the spawner and then move back into it, and I should see some hands start appearing as she gets up. Okay, and she's looping. So let's what do I use for rigging? Nothing. I've never rigged a model in my life. I'm really not very good at 3D modeling, or I'm not. I like the programming side of it, so the artistic creation side of modeling and all that I've never really been any good at. I'm a programmer by nature, so I've never rigged a skeleton. It's something I'd love to learn how to do. It sounds pretty cool. So back in my Basic Zombie, we had this animation play, and then she should be switching back to that. But what I also want to do is on the spawner, not the spawner, it's the zombie that determines what they spawn as. So we're gonna take out the random element from that and just set it to 0 for now. So we'll always have Jill spawn. just so I can see what she looks like when she spawns without Mortimer getting in my way. So Jill, there you go. And okay, so she just sort of stays playing the animation. Oh, okay, she's... Why do they play it a couple of times? Oh, that's just the animation. Okay, that's revealed the problem. So in here, in Jill, in Anims, in Get Up Bitch, it's like 8 seconds long and it just repeats itself. So what we're going to do is we're going to find the top of the animation, which is about there, and we're going to... What frame am I on at the minute? 57.23. Remove from frame 58 to 599. So now the animation should just be that. Fantastic. So let's go and give it another try. Run away. Have I looked into animation blueprints? Only briefly. Only briefly. I think I was trying to get a jump sequence to work or something, but I've not really done much at all with animation. Okay, so you're stood up now and you're not looping, but you still seem to take ages before you run to me. That could be because of the delay here, which is 5 seconds, whereas the Get Up Bitch animation is only 1.93 seconds. 1.930. 1.930. Okay. Yeah, I mean, animation and all of that is all part and parcel of bringing a game to life. So it is something that if I was to go and create a proper game, I would need to sort of get into and figure out. But for my little random tutorials of dashing around doing a little tutorial here and a tutorial there, you know, I've not really delved too much into animation stuff. But oh, look at that! She pops to life. I like it. I like it. That's awesome. No way. Okay, so she rises up out the ground now. That's much cooler. I'm really glad of that. So, the other thing I wanted then was a particle effect. So instead of trying to do a lightning beam, I'm gonna try this time to do sort of like mud rumbling around and cooking up dust and stuff. Yeah, you know, I feel bad using blueprints too. I have a housemate who he also does games development, and he uses Unity, and he says, "Oh, when we do game jams," I'm like, "Oh, look how much I got done today," and he's like, "Yeah, because you don't write any code. You just drag and drop these little pictures. You're just using big boy Scratch, really." And I admit it is, but I mean it works. And I mean, it can't be cheating. It's not cheating. It's nothing to feel guilty over, I suppose, because it's just another workflow. It's just another way of doing anything. If you wanted to think about it, it's another language. You know, but it's not one that we write with our keyboards. This is a language that we write with our mouse and a little bit of keyboard. Sorry, bit of a rant there. I suppose that's how I think about it. Prototype using blueprints and then use pure code to tighten it up. Yes, I suppose in a production environment, that's a pretty cool idea. Blueprints do give you an awesome way to spec out what you're doing, and pure code to tighten up. Yeah, I like that. That's a pretty cool way of looking at it. I forgot what I was doing. Particle effects. Okay. Somehow I feel like this one's gonna go even worse than the last, because okay, so this is gonna be Mud Rumble. It's going to be a... How long was the animation again? It was 1.93 seconds long. So this animation is going to be on a loop of... I don't know, a couple of seconds. Whatever. So, first thing I'm going to need is a material. God, you can get so deep into materials too. I probably shouldn't just use a normal material on a particle, but for messing around, let's give it a go. See what we can do. You like being able to form code the way you want. Yeah, I understand what you mean by forming it. Remembering all the function macros and inputs. Yeah, you should never give up, dude. It's I mean, once you've learned something, you can't unlearn it. It's always going to be knowledge that will be useful to you at some point. And I have no idea what's going on. So let's drag it out in the world and see if we can actually see anything. Brown squares. Lovely. That's not really the vibe I was going for this. View modes. Can I just see the unlit version? There we go. So I can bring this back up on here now. I might even be able to see it in lit. I can, just about. So these cubes are a bit, they're not great, but we can mess around with the velocities, that's for sure. So maybe we can have, I don't necessarily want them going up. I want their like velocity, speed over life or something like that. What am I looking for? Their acceleration over their life. I want them to get heavier and sort of come back down to the ground. So I suppose I have no idea what buttons I'm clicking here. Oh my goodness. What does this do? I can't really tell. Let's make it super obvious. I can't really tell what that's doing. That wasn't as... Okay, this is a bit more... Right, okay, so that's getting faster. So if I make them a negative, they should sort of get heavier and start to slope back down. There we go. Okay. So can we increase this a bit to give it a bit of spread? Let's make that 25. Let's make that 25. Let's make that negative 70. Let's make the initial velocity a minimum of 60 and a maximum of 100. The lifetime wants to be a bit longer. The particles don't really get a chance to sit around for long enough. So up to 4 seconds really. Nope, that's way too long. They're just spewing underground. 2 seconds. Is it okay to post a link to the chat? Yeah, of course it is, dude. Please share. Yeah, of course it is. If you've got any creations that you've made and you want to share them in here, of course. It's, in fact, there's a Discord link that should be in the description of this. If you want to post it in there, there's all kinds of cool stuff going on in there, dude. Yeah, please help yourself. So the X and Y, minimum 10, maximum 10. That's the initial velocity. The acceleration over life. So they will always accelerate left by that amount and right by that amount. So we don't want to give them that. We want to make them random. So let's just see how it looks in the game. It looks a bit derpy because it doesn't really come from enough of a point. So they all seem to spawn at the exact same point. I need them to spawn. Yeah, I need them to spawn spread out a bit more. Which I'm not really sure what the heck that's doing. Okay, that's the number of things I think. So if I make that 100 or 50 or 20, 30, yeah, I can sort of see a bit of a difference there. The lifetime, let's make it a bit longer at 3. The start size, I mean, if they could start. Okay, wait a minute, I can change their size over life as well. So size by life, and I want it to be a constant. So I want them to kind of like shrink a bit. What does this do? If I do a negative 10, oh my god, okay, nope, nope, negative 1. Does that work? Okay, cool. I'm gonna go check Discord. Let's go and have a look. It's only 6 seconds. Do you mind if I show this on the stream and we take a look at it together? Or is that alright by you? I'll wait for your answer before we go ahead with that. Have I ever tried VR? No, I haven't. I don't have the money for VR. It's funny, we have a VR headset at work. I work for a really dumb place. Let's take a look at this animation first. I'll get back to that story. But no, I've never tried developing with VR. So this is Philip Hoy's, his animation here. So let's take a look at this real quick. That's pretty cool. I like the jump. Yeah, I like the jump. That's really cool, dude. I like it. Awesome. Good job. Sorry, what was that? What was that? VR. Yeah, so I work for a company that blows a lot of money on absolutely nothing. They spent 20k on a... No, they didn't spend 20k. They spent a lot of money on some Microsoft Surface board that just never gets used. Like, it's a lot of money. They waste a lot of money, and they have a big VR setup, and it's like no one uses this. It's just so unused. But yeah, whatever. It's the way it is. So what was I trying to do? I was trying to get the spawn to spread out a bit more, I think. Oh no, that was the amount of them that spawned. It was the size by life that I was playing around with. I'm going to delete that for now. I don't really understand what that's doing. What if you become a... I don't want it to be squares, that's my problem. I think that's due to the material. My suspicion is that that's because I'm using a really bad material for it. So let's go into the free materials and let's find a mud. And I should have duplicated it before I opened it. I should rename that, but wet one will do for now. So you need to become, instead of a surface, there's a way to do this. I almost want to say deferred decal. Do I use UE4 in my workplace? I don't. I have asked them time and time again to let me build a 3D model of the place that we work and to make a VR demo and let people walk around in it. And they just won't give me the opportunity because obviously the boss has got money on the mind, you know. It's the way it works. There's no alpha on the material, which is white square. Yes. So I need to change this from being a deferred decal to something more of a... There's an option. I forget which one it is. Alpha, not opacity. Sorry, I'm thinking of two different things. So what the heck is alpha and how do I use it? I do believe there is something in here. I was watching a UE4 live stream at some point and he came over here and changed it so it could be used as a particle. Mesh particles? It doesn't seem to change anything though. Okay. So we have no alpha on the model, which is what Philip's telling me. So where do I decide that? So making a material for particles. So a quick Google. That is Unity and not Unreal. We don't want that. We want Unreal Engine. Okay. Why are you giving me a light? I don't want a video. I just want a quick textual thing. A sphere mask plugged into the... Okay. Into what? Into the opacity. So you're going to want to be something other than opaque. So let's try translucent or masked. No. What did he use? He used a translucent. No, I didn't even use translucent. Anyway, okay, so I want a sphere mask. and I'm going to plug my sphere mask into my opacity, and we're going to have a text chord over here, texture coordinate. Oh, maybe it doesn't look right, but okay, and a constant of 0.5. So I'm not really sure how this works. Huh. If at all it does work. It doesn't really seem to do anything. If I take it out of there and put you in as the emissive color, well, it's looking a bit more particle-y, I think. Let's give it a try. It's on sphere, that might be why I can't see the sphere mask working. And alpha is a grayscale that could be used to change the shape from square. White is where white is visible, black makes those areas see-through. Okay. Okay, I think I understand that. I'm going to see what this is doing. And I'm going to need to go into my particle to change that up here from mud to wet one. Please look really cool and be fantastic. Something tells me you're not. Just do that. Okay, it's stopped being a square, it's now a circle. Excuse me. Okay, so it stopped being a square, it's now a circle, so that sphere mask did something. But they're a bit too circular. I suppose it's quite hard trying to explain what it is I'm going for. I mean, if I make them 10, 10, 10, if we add some variation, so put 10 in these ones, and a maximum of 25, so we get some different sized particles now. That could help. And put you at 5 to make some even smaller ones, because I can spawn more of these and make that, I don't know, 60, double the amount. Change the initial velocity variation to be -15, and copy and paste. Make you 15 and copy and paste, and that's looking kind of mud spouty. Maybe the 100's a bit much going up. Maybe this should actually be throwing the dirt sideways a bit more to compete with that amount of acceleration on the upswing. Let's make you, let's drop it down to 80 and down to 40. That's a bit more of a fountain throwing out rubbish kind of deal. I'm looking at the size of it. It kind of works, I think. I feel like it kind of works. Let's make it a bit stronger even. Try that. Okay. I'm quite happy with that. It looks okay. I think, I mean, over my horrible zombie animations, the least of my worries is a bit of supposed mud flying around. I'm gonna just try and change the opacity. Let's take all of these out and clean this up a little bit. Phil, you sent me another image. Oh, cool. Is that a model that you've made? What was that made in? Okay, so I don't need this, guys. I don't need these guys or these guys. I don't even really understand why I need all of this top stuff. But I feel like it's this text chord that's not right. It's not what the it looks like on the Unreal Engine page. I'm not really sure what the node is called. Nope, it's not that. I'll go back to the part where he doesn't, just before he makes the material. Okay, so this assumes that you have and it's serving translucent. Lighting on this is unlit. And it is a text cord plugged in here. How strange. Particle, material, Unreal Engine. Let's see if we can get an image example of how you might set a simple one up. That's a beam particle right there. That's not the sort of thing I want. Wow, that's a pretty crazy material he's got there. Let's have a think. I need this to be kind of flecky. That doesn't really make any sense. A texture sample can be plugged into the... I may have found a small solution. Give me a moment here. I'm just looking at an image now and open it in a new tab. I'm not really sure where this is from, so credit to whoever this is off. But this texture sample here has me intrigued because it ties in with what Philip was saying about the alpha. You see the shape there? The bit that's not in black is invisible. So what I'm going to do is open up Photoshop, and we will real quick just try and make a texture sample somewhere. So the whole thing's going to need to be black. Oh, my license has run out. Damn. Okay. Never mind, we'll close Photoshop out then. We'll close this down. Really? You gotta go into Task Manager to close this down? Okay. Never mind. I'll use Paint. I'll use Paint because all the OG game developers use Paint to make their shit. At fucking 2 AM, we're sat here making stuff on Paint. Can you export the file user? You might be able to make a normal map from it. The file that I'm using is in the, if you go into Epic Games, into the free stuff in the marketplace, I'll show you where it is. There's a I think I already have it in my library. Yeah, the Game Textures Material Pack is something that's free that you can download. It's the one labeled, let me just find out the label for you, muddy ground _ muddy grass _ wet. So anyway, what I'm going to do in here is grab the spraying thing, and that is not really what I want to do, unless that brush is much bigger. Right, okay. This is totally experimental, okay? I've done nothing like this before. So this is supposed to be muddy flecks flying through the sky. I don't really know, if I'm being honest. But I just want to do an experiment and see how this works. So we're going to save it as a test. We'll save it as a test on my desktop. And I'm going to bring up my desktop and drag and drop you in here. I feel like I can do that. Are you gonna let me do that? No. Okay, I'm gonna come back out into textures and I'm gonna go into I have no idea. I'm just gonna put it in here for now. This test thing. And back in my material, I'm gonna drag you in. I think I can do that. A texture sample. And I'm going to plug you into the opacity, and would you look at that, we have random flecks of dirt. So maybe okay, that proves my proof of concept though. that I can do this a lot. I can do that a lot better, but whenever this thing decides to render, you can see the small flecks of dirt now. So they would work for a smaller particle effect really, but I need mine to have a bit more emphasis, so I'm gonna color in a bit more. This feels really dumb. I really don't feel like I should be like this is gonna contribute towards anything, but I don't know. Let's just give it a try. Can't hurt to try, right? We'll see what this looks like. Because if you can turn random ass paint drawings like this into cool textures, then I know what my new favorite thing to do is, and it's to sit and make textures. So I'm gonna make it more opaque near the middle. Not opaque, the other one. Yes, opaque. No, it does want to be opaque near the middle. That is a terrible brush to use. Oh my god, it looks so bad. Please don't judge my art skills. I'm trying to do something. Okay, we'll save that. We'll re-import it in here. Oh, that looks cool. Oh yeah. Okay, that's looking a bit cooler. I like that. Look at the little mud spurt we got going on. Okay, so maybe we can just scale it up now with an Unreal Engine. That's looking kind of cool. I like it. Let's just go and try and scale these things up. So their initial size, let's make it from 10 to 10 to 10 to 25. Let's see how that's looking a bit better. Again, my problem is that they all sort of spawn on the same place. So, no, don't take a screenshot of that. Don't take a screenshot of that. I know what you saw. I'm gonna have to download this fucking 1.5 hour long video and block out the screen or something. So if you're watching this and there's a black bit through the video, Logan Maxim caught me out. Okay. Anyway, so this spawn thing. So whereabouts do I determine that I don't want it to spawn? Okay, from a constant curve perhaps, with 2 points on the curve. Fuck. I have no idea what this is going to achieve. Yeah, I hope you do get swatted. Okay, so maybe not the constant curve, maybe the uniform curve. I have no idea what's going on here. Okay, maybe we can do it like this. Maybe we can do 10 and 0. Or 100. Oh no, wait, this is the amount that it's spawning. Fuck. I did want that as a constant. I want the... It's the distribute... Oh, that's of the rate. I'm trying to figure out how I determine where it spawns from. Because spawning from a single point is not what I want this to do. Omit to origin. Huh. Can I set this to be a bounds or something? Can I just change the way that you work? Because I know that this would like move it left and right. You see that there? I sort of just want to add some variance to this. So this sort of just goes up and down a bit. Maybe the initial location. Maybe we can set this to be a min and max. So if we have 10 on the max and, oh, I don't know, 20 and -20. And that's got it. Bingo, the initial location. So that's starting to spread it out a bit more now. So let's go ahead and bump it up a bit more. -50 by -50 by 50 and 50. And we'll up the spawn to be more than 60. Let's make it 100 or 200. I don't really know. That's looking a bit crazy. And it's a square. How do I unsquare it? Well, that would be because of my initial location. Right? Distribution vector uniform distribution. No, I don't want to do that. No. Use extremes. When set to a non-zero value, this will force particles to only spawn on evenly distributed positions between the 2 points specified. I don't give a shit whether they're evenly spaced. I just want them to spread out a bit nicer. I don't know. Make it 20, 20, negative 20, negative 20. It'll do. It will do. Their initial velocity. Let's make them spray out sideways a bit more. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna make that 70, and that one 70, and that 150. How does that look? That's a lot of dirt coming out of that area there. And then let's change the initial location from negative 20 to negative 50. Let's just make this a bit bigger, I suppose, is what I'm doing now. So let's hit play, and let's just go and look at this. It's a bit too much. If you didn't see it precog, then you're not supposed to see it. Okay, so it's going a bit, they sort of float around in the air a bit too much. I need them to come crashing down a bit faster. So their lifetime, maybe, is that what I sort of need them to do? No, I want them maybe on 3 seconds, but the acceleration over life, this negative 70, let's make that negative 160. No, negative 120. There we go. So the particles sort of come down a bit more now, I think, is what. Yeah, that's kind of cool. So I mean, the idea here. Also, I need to fix why I can't see that after a certain. Shit. That's not what I meant to do. Let's put my mud rumble down. I need to figure out why I can't see it. So my bounds from here I can't see it. From here I can. Like the bounds on that need to be way bigger. I want to be able to see that thing the whole time. There we go. I think. Yeah, cool. Cool. Okay. So we're gonna get rid of this text because it's dumb. We'll replace it with totally unreal. Cool. That's a bit more interesting. So this guy, we can get rid of that, and the animation itself plays for a length of, what's the maximum lifetime? 3 seconds. That's not what I wanted to check. What I wanted to check was inside my spawner blueprint. So let's jump in here. Not my spawner. It's actually, you know, it should be on the spawner. It should be the spawner that has this. So yeah, it is spawn visuals here. So we're going to change you to be Mud Rumble, and you're going to activate, and then you're going to deactivate. And you're going to do that, and then what you're going to deactivate then after a delay of how long was the animation for the zombie to get up and out the ground? It was 1.93 seconds long. So we're going to add a delay of 2 seconds and call deactivate. So every time a zombie spawns now, the spawner should start playing the mud, and we should see a rise up. Come on, I'm out of your radius, surely. It must be now. So we see the mud and the zombie rises up. It's getting there, okay? It's getting there. You know, you got your zombies coming out the ground. Let me get rid of the plate in this thing, this cube. I have no purpose for that. And let's move the spawn visuals up a bit and hit play again. Timer by event or timer by function are slightly better than using delays. How so? I'm curious about that. I'm not disputing it in any way. I'm just curious as to why. Because if I do a time, let me bring this up and have a look here. So timer by function. Set timer by function name. So I've got a how long to wait before executing. Wait, delays can cause issues. Okay, so set timer by event. So you'd have a custom event called like deactivate. So custom event deactivate, and then you would put that in here, and that would instead go into your timer. And 2 seconds, right? This is how you do it? Okay. I don't understand the reason why. I don't know. Why is it that delays cause issues? I think I understand in terms of multi-threading and if you had different things going, but I feel like Unreal just handles that, right? Oh, delete the delay. Oh, of course, yeah, sorry. I didn't see that. I don't know why I didn't see that. But okay. Let's see. I don't know where I put the spawner now. And I don't know why all these cubes came back, because these are really annoying. They can make the engine hang. Okay. How is it that timers... Okay, so when I set up a timer, I suppose what that does is that puts it on a separate thread, right? Whereas a delay will make the thing hold while it delays. A timer sets up a separate thread that will then fire off that custom event. I think. I'm just being hypothetical here. Please, if you know more than I do, please let me know. I'm really interested. Okay, cool. Okay, thank you. I will be using timers instead of delays from now on. So let's go and spawn some zombies anyway. Look at that. That's broken, is what it is, because the spawn visuals are too high. I made a mistake there. Let's try again. Go towards this corner. We get the mud and the zombies come up. Awesome. Guys, I'm really proud of how far this has come so far. I've got my zombies rising up the ground. They play some basic as fuck particle effect that I've just made for the first time. And they're pretty creepy. I like it. So we made a particle effect. We made one of our first particle effects. We learnt about alphas. Thank you, Philip. I don't know if it's okay to. It's your name's Phil in Discord and Philip in here, so I'm gonna go with Phil. So what else do we need to get done in here? We have. Okay, so we can leave that to one side for now. We can put down our mud rumble and our spawner. And now what I want to do is, well, the zombies don't make me take any damage yet, so I'm gonna need to open up the first person thing here, add some health to my character. It's a nice little variable, HP, and then let's go ahead and make a custom event. Take damage, and you're going to need an input of type integer. Yeah, I'll use integers. Incoming damage. So we're going to set HP to HP negative incoming damage. So HP negative incoming damage. And that will set our HP to whatever the fuck has just hit us. So now we need a way for the zombies to... Yeah, the image you dropped in Discord, I did mention, is that a medal that you've made in Blender, or what did you make it in? It looks pretty cool. And what is it? It's clearly fantasy, so I mean, it can be whatever the fuck you want it to be. Take damage. Okay, so we have take damage there. So I need to go into my zombies now. Let me go find the basic zombie. And let's have them, when they do their attack, oh, it was made in Max. What's Max? I've heard what is Max? It's not Maya Max. No, I don't know. You have to fill me in on what Max is. And ZBrush, I've heard of it, but I've never used it. Okay. We might need to take a 5-minute break while I roll myself a cigarette. And yeah, okay. I'm gonna roll a cigarette real quick. Ah, 3DS Max. That's the one. And a Draenei. Man, I used to be a major World of Warcraft nerd. I used to play so much of that stuff. It is. It is. I recognize the goat legs now. Thank you. Yeah, that's really cool. Jesus, 48 million polygons. Remember when games were like squares and triangles? I'm personally a bit young to remember that, but I remember my first gaming console was a PlayStation 1. And then when we got a bit older, my parents got us a PlayStation 2, me and my brother. And what we used to do is, we didn't really understand at the time, when the game would start freezing and jumping, we used to slap the PlayStation, and it would sometimes free up and it would come back on. So over the years of playing on this PlayStation, we would slap it and slap it and slap it, and then it used to break more and more, so we'd slap it harder and harder. And this little PlayStation 2 was just getting beaten up, basically. Until one day, obviously, it stopped working, and we were like, oh, I think it was my brother, actually, who hit it too hard. And there was a big grinding noise in it, and it just didn't work after that. So we spent a couple of months convincing my mum and dad to buy us an Xbox, the Xbox original. And when we got that, the first thing we did, I remember this quite fondly, the first thing we did was slap the top of the Xbox One, because these were the big hard-shelled things. And we both looked at each other with a grin on our face and said, oh yeah, this is good, this is much better, we can slap this one and it'll hold up better. So we had a point where we were basing which console we were going to use on how hard we could hit it to make it work again. What a way we've come since then. And not a lot amount of time really either, that's pretty cool. Okay, cigarette lit, water had. Let's figure out what else we're going to do. So we're going to take the incoming damage on the first person character. The zombie needs a way of checking whether they've hit the damage or not. So what I'm going to do is add the zombie swings with one hand. That's something I have noticed. I'm going to play that animation. I need to go find that animation. So, next one, anim start pack. Jill, where are you at? Animations, sword slash. So she uses her right hand to do the sword slash with. So, we're gonna add some pretty cool collision sensing for our melee attack. So only if her hand actually touches you are you going to take damage. No, I don't like that. I want this to be a bit more arcadey. I'm going to have her just cast to you. So whenever she gets in range of you and is able to do this this attack, she's going to land a hit. So I'm not going to go into the depths of doing whatever you call it. I need to half this number. That will be 0.05 1. Huh? 0.5. How have I messed this up? 0.5, 0.5? I don't know. I'm gonna do 2 of the. Oh, wait a minute, delay. We're not supposed to use delays. Fuck. Now I've highlighted. I was gonna use sockets, yeah, Logan. I was gonna put a little sphere collision in the socket and use that, but the way the animation works, I don't think it's gonna hit enough times for it to work like that. So I'm just gonna call the player 1.1333. Let's put that back up, that delay, but we'll need to get rid of that. You can just cast to the play here. So cast to first person character. The object, we're going to get the player character, and we are gonna call take damage, and we're gonna see how much damage do these zombies do. Well, in Call of Duty, it takes about 3 hits to kill you, to down you. Your first, second, and third make you bleed more, and the fourth will down you, which means each one is doing 25 damage. So each zombie hit does 25 damage. Okay. And on our first person character, we also need an automatic regen. So on the event tick, something that's called actually no, we're going to set up a timer. Look at this. You've got me going on the timers now, dude. Yeah, the collision could come on like that. I think I'm just going to cast to the character and say take damage. I want it to be quite a arcadey thing. I'm not too bothered whether the hand actually touched your character or not. That's getting a bit too deep. Don't use tick. No, I'm not using tick. You've put me off tick. Don't worry. Timer. So set timer by event, and we're gonna make a custom event, and we're gonna name it regen. And what regen is gonna do, apart from blueprints, sockets probably the most useful thing I discovered when I switched from Unity. Yeah, sockets are really cool. Really cool. Being able to just slot a weapon in like that's really helpful. So every second, it would take 25 seconds to regen. Every 0.2 seconds, there's going to be a branch here, and it is going to be looping. And I'm going to need to move all this up a bit, so I've got a bit more room to work with. I'm going to need to check the HP. So get the HP, and if it's more than or equal to, it should never be more than, but just in case you heal, yeah, if it's more than or equal to 100, don't regen. If it's not, then you're going to want to, oh wait a minute, yeah, regen is supposed to check that, and then if not, it will set HP to HP plus, I will increment it. Add 1 to the specified value, then set it. Okay, so it does set it, so we can just leave it there. So what I'm going to then do is just add a print string on the end of here, just to see whether my health does regen. So this one is going to need to be set off on begin play, really. So what I'm going to do is make a little custom event here and just call this set regen timer. And I'm just going to call set regen timer from somewhere else in my code along the begin play, which I don't know if I've actually used. So I could just, oh wait a minute, it's used here. So we'll call set regen timer. Put that little node on the end of there. I believe Unity has a scripting language as well. Yeah, I believe it does too. I've heard rumblings of that before. You'll have to teach me about managers. You will. I think what I intended to do, we'll do it on another live stream. In the Discord channel, I have a live stream events thing set up, and I'm going to make a live streaming voice channel. So what we'll do is we'll have a day where instead of me making tutorials and teaching you guys how to do stuff, we'll have a day where you can come on and teach me about fucking timers and everything else that I really don't know about this engine. That'd be pretty cool. So let's go take some damage off a zombie and see what my regen does. Where's the, I forgot where I put the There it is. Okay. Come on, hit me. Hit me. Right. I'm not seeing a print string going. Why might that be? Let's just, I'm going to leave that blueprint running on the other side on my other screen and see whether, oh, maybe I'm in the wrong corner. I'm supposed to be taking a cigarette break, but my cigarette's gone out. Whoops. Okay, so that's never called. I'm also going to call print string on there. Let's see if my health prints a string when I take damage. I keep forgetting which corner it is. You can get a third-party plugin for blueprint-like things that cost bucks. So -25, -60. Huh. HP take away 25. Why would it be negative? Because its default value is 0. So my health does go down. It just seems that this timer isn't going off. So set regen timer. Ah, because of this branch here. If it's false, then, and likewise back there actually, what I suppose I want to do is take you off that and paste you here, make a sequence off this. That'll make it nice and simple. We'll do that, and then you can set the regen timer. Okay, so this time for sure. Okay, my health's regenning, but it shouldn't be regenning past 100. So if it's more than, okay, that was supposed to be false. That's why. So let's go take some damage and see whether my regen's going to work. Yeah, awesome. So I'm taking my health back up and I'm fully regenerated. I fight these zombies, they die easy enough, and my health is regenning. That is fantastic. That's really cool. So let's get rid of this guy and this guy. So we have the regen working in the background. What I need is for the zombies to not die whenever they instantly take a hit. They need health. So death is only going to be called at the end, which updates my Z manager. So we need a custom event. Take damage. Why is my caps on? Take damage. Nope. Without the W. Let's check these comments. Yeah, event dispatchers and interfaces. I can't say I know much about them. I think one of the things that these live streams do is they sort of reveal. I feel a bit embarrassed by them. They sort of reveal me as a bit of a crook because I don't really know what I'm doing. I know enough to get by, and I can make some tutorials that help a lot of people, and that's great. But when I don't know the depths of this engine at all. Like I said, I usually just play on this thing and stay quite near the surface. So a lot of the things I use will be quite amateur, like you said, using timers instead of delays. But yeah, you gotta start somewhere. You do have to start somewhere. So take damage is going to have an incoming value. I'm not disheartened by the fact I don't know everything. In fact, it's quite inspiring to think, okay, I can create what I've created today. I've set up zombies spawning and coming up out the ground and running at you. That would take someone else a while, and that's fine. But for me, it just shows I can improve. So I can do this, but I can do so much more as well. Anyway, incoming damage. We're going to set the health. Set the health to get the health and take away the incoming damage. The incoming damage will be. We're going to try and incorporate a gun system into this at some point. So I'm really quite liking building a game. I have a whole idea of where I want to take this, and not starting with the environment is really helping me. Awesome, I'll check out that in a moment. Health negative that. Okay. And then what we want to do is have a branch that basically checks if health is less than or equal to 0. And if it is, just call death. So the other thing I need is a death animation. And I think I have an idea of a pretty simple death animation. So I'm going to go back and I'm going to try and make another animation. So let's go into the skeleton. Hit save because it had that save thing. Have I opened it twice? This is why it doesn't save, is because I open things twice and it's in access somewhere else. Right, so that skeleton didn't save. Did you save now? Yes. Okay, so the skeleton. Let's go and make a new animation. Create an asset, an animation on the current pose, and we'll name this Jill_death. And yeah, okay, I know what you're saying with animation blueprints now, because at the minute I'm just sort of dropping these animations in my code. I should really have an animation blueprint that handles this, but I feel like that's too deep for tonight. I can't go that far in. I'm just going to put my animations in the blueprint for now. Let's pause this, drag it back to 0, and actually we're going to add frames. Insert append frames at the end, 60. I'm going to have her shrink, I think. I think that's how I want to do this. Or maybe arms flail and she kind of melts into the ground. So yeah, let's tilt her head up. This is what I want to do. So I'm gonna tilt her head up. I'm going crazy with this one. Let's move her jaw down as well. Nope, not her jaw. I want to move her chin. Nope. I want to open her mouth, but I'm not really sure how I would do that. She has a tongue that I can move. I mean, this is crazy. Oh wow, okay, so these are all part of the jaw. Oh, they're in the head. Lip lower. Wait a minute. If I grab the jaw and move it. No, not. That's not quite right. Yeah. And then I would need to move the lips as well. Can you select multiple bones at once? You can. So all the lips and the lower cheeks sort of wanna. No. That's. Oh wait a minute, it's sort of getting there. I've opened one half of her mouth. Okay. So we're gonna have to select the. Let's do all of. Oh wait a minute, right underscore. I'm looking for lip. Left lip, right lip, middle and upper, lower. The outer cheeks. Maybe I need to. Right, okay. Lip, mid, lower. Whoops. There we go. So we've kind of opened her mouth there. It's a pretty. Looks like it has full facial rig, so in theory you could do a lip sync. Is this some crazy voodoo technology where I set up my camera and she copies me pretending to melt into the floor? Because I'm not ready for that. That is too deep for me. Let's move her arms up into the air. And these are going to kind of like flail around a bit. You could hand animate it. Wow. Dude, you must have some experience doing this. Go and download the it's a free pack, so you can download it and you can play along as well. So we'll add a key here and apply it. And what I'm going to do is grab a hips, and when I get to here, we're going to sink you into the ground a bit, and we're going to want to move your arms around a bit more. The right forearm. So we'll add a key here and apply that. Oh no. Okay. It's the same problem we had earlier. Yeah, a game jam with the subs. I'd quite like to do that. I have mentioned I would like to do game jams on the live streams. So what we could do is we could try and do like a 6-hour game jam. So we can make it in 6 hours. Or if I can, I mean, once I finish university, I mean, I've just got my exams coming up. So once I finish my exams, I should be able to find a weekend that we can have like a 48-hour game jam, a stream for a whole 48 hours, get my room full of snacks and give this a good going at. Okay, anyway, let me find my hips down here. Just the hips. I need to understand why it's not working. Yeah, what do you study at university? There we go. Okay. So by here, I want her to be sort of like this, with her arms doing some crazy stuff. I don't know, waving around a bit more. Her left arm might flop forward a bit like that. Add a key and apply. So when we shoot them and they die, they're going to do this crazy fall into the ground business over 2 seconds. 1, 2. Seems a bit slow, but I might just speed up the animation to get rid of that, to counter that issue. So let's move her down to about here, and then we'll just destroy the actor from there. Add a keyframe and apply. So that's cool. So Jill now has a death animation. So when we call our death function on basic zombie, we can, before we destroy the actor, we can play an animation on the skeletal mesh, and it's going to be Jill death. And then I want to start a timer by event. God, it's so much easier to just type delay though, you know? I think that's probably what it's going to come down to. Games design, awesome. Where do you study? Destroy actor. And I just plug you into here. And after 2 seconds, you're going to do that. Cool. So let's go and spawn a zombie and kill it. Staffordshire, awesome. So when I shoot her, oh my god, that's kind of cool, kind of creepy. I don't want them to keep moving. Yeah, that's gonna break if I do that. So when I call death, I need to detach the controller. Just play the animation. So we need to detach the controller. Detach from controller, pending destroy. Okay. Call this function to safely detach it from its controller, knowing that we will be Okay, let's give that a go. Let's see what that is. And how's your course going, dude? How are you finding it? I think one thing I'm doing at the minute, I took a course in software engineering up at Lancaster, and something that I've learned is I really wish I'd have just done games design. It's where my heart is at. And okay, every time I hit them, so there needs to be a boolean called already dead. Actually, I just need to do once. Yeah, do once. Hey, you got it. Yeah, I started doing software engineering, and it's just not where my heart is at. I'm covering so much stuff that I just don't care about. I wanna make games. And why are you still doing that? I call take damage on you. Yeah, I want to make video games, and I think it's a bit too late for me to transfer unis and transfer course now, but certainly a lesson to pass on to my kids or something one day. So I have a do once that should only for output fires only on the first time the node is hit, but it can be reset. But I'm in my second year, going into my second year exams now. I'm confused as to why the do once is going to do that. Because it really shouldn't be. I'm going to bring this up on my other... Actually, I'll put this here, and we'll go and get hit by a zombie and see if we can see that do once messing up. Wrong corner. Again, I need to put some marker in the corner, man, so I just know which one to go to. So we'll shoot you, and you keep... Okay, here's what we're going to do instead. We're going to drop a actual zombie in the world. Not a spawned one. We'll just put you over here. And we'll go ahead and kill that one. So it's something being called... All that's being called here is death, though. So, and death is only called from there, right? Do I have death called anywhere else? I don't think so. Attack. Yeah. This is my spawn setup. Death is only called in that one place, so how is it that it will keep calling death and playing animation? Let's move this. Let's see if it works up here. I'll put a do once in up here. I'm not sure why, but sometimes I find that moving these sort of things around helps. Let's go ahead and shoot you, and you didn't let me reset. That's fantastic. So I'm going to kill you, and you won't pop back up. Awesome. Put the do once in the death function. Look at that. If only the stream wasn't lagging behind, dude. I bet me and you could create some pretty cool shit. So death. Let's tidy this up a bit. Separation of concerns. Yeah, you're right. It's sort of the solid framework, isn't it? So it's a single. This thing has a purpose of only being done once, not this. So there's no point putting the do once in this. This should be a Yeah, I get what you're saying with that. Take damage. Okay. So we have a death. We have them taking damage. We have them spawning. All in these nice little blueprints. Cool. And we have a death animation. Look at that. We actually made a death animation and it didn't take us 16 hours. A bit weird, but you know, it works. Did the actor get destroyed is my question, because I did... Oh no, that was my thing that was ticking. Okay. And then destroy actor is called... Yeah. So we have some spawners that we can drop in. What I'm gonna do is I can migrate a basic zombie, a spawner, and a zombie manager. Let's put that in AI. So what I want to do is I'm just going to go check on my other Unreal projects. Where you at? Epic Games Launcher. I want to just drop these into a map and see how they feel. So I'm just going to sort of check what I have available. I suppose I could put them in here. Or what if we add this to the I'm not really sure how I could best do this. I should really make a map or something. Do we have anything I could just download in the background? And how much would that affect stream quality? Let's go check the free marketplace here. That includes assets from the map, but probably not the map itself. BSP out a map in BSP out. What do you mean by BSP out a map in the current project? What I think I want to do is, because I can select like this folder with the zombie manager, the basic zombie, and it would, I'm going to just move the Jill into here. So I'm going to go in here and get Jill and move her over there, and also Mortimer. Oh, I get what you're saying. So you just want to like place cubes and shit and drop them around and see how things feel. Build a bit of a flow. Yeah, okay. Let's mess around with that for a bit. That's a good. Let's do that. Go to the root of the project and fix up the redirectors. You are giving me way too much information right now, dude. Fix up the redirectors, what? Basic, whoops, geometry, curved stair. Let's put this here, increase the step height a bit. Make sure that we can still walk on that. Yeah, you can still use that. And then I'm gonna drag you out, but I'm gonna reshape this one. This is a really bad way of doing this, but whatever. I'm just messing around. You're giving tips enough that you should get in Discord voice channel. If you want, dude, you're more than welcome to. I can hop on a Discord voice channel. So we have these guys running around now. I can shoot you. The spawners, that's something else I need. Let's move these spawners around. Let's make more spawners. So we'll have one there. We'll have one up here. We'll have one down here and one over here too. So play, and I should have zombies coming at me from, I'm not really sure where right now. I feel like there are zombies. I'm just trying to figure out. There we go. Okay, so the right, that focus is wrong. They shouldn't always focus me. They should only focus me when they're looking at me, because otherwise they do this strafing thing. So let's go and fix that, because that's a really bugging issue. It's basically down to how simple I've made this. I don't want them to focus unless they can see me. And so what I'm gonna do is let me just have a quick think about this. On my zombie I need to add some perception. So on the zombie controller we need to add a component of AI perception, and we need to add a type of sight. Sight, yeah. Dominant sense is your sight. Okay, and we can expand this out, right? Okay. Where is your AI decision tree? My AI decision tree was just on the screen there, the behavior tree. It really, I put it together in 2 minutes. It looks at the player, it moves to them, and it attacks them. So we're going to have to expand on this a bit with, I forgot where I was working. Go to apply mocap data to a face rig and clean up the animation. I feel like you're speaking a totally different language. Face rig to me is that software that you can download and it makes your face into like a tiger or something while you're on stream. And I'm guessing that's not the face rig that you're talking about. Let's see. Set focus. I don't want to be doing that unless... Ah, that was it. It was my AI perception. So... Perception updated. Add on perception updated. So, I want to check if any of these can be cast to the first person character. I'll check if any of these are the first person character. Contains first person character. So okay, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to cast to the first person character as get player character, and if it does contain the first person character, then I want you to update a thing, so can see player. Actually, we're going to put that variable in the blackboard. No, I didn't think it was the face rig that he meant. Let's bring the blackboard over here, and we're going to have a new key of type bool, and it's going to be player sighted. Whoops. Okay. So, player sighted. You're only going to set focus when I need another variable over here of type blackboard key selector, and this is going to be the sighted bool key. The dots on a person's face so I can track how they move their mouth while talking. What the fuck? Okay, alright, are you talking? This is gonna sound really dumb. You're probably sat there thinking, what the fuck is this guy doing? Are you asking me to put dots on my face so that you can track it, so you can make a rig of it? Or what? What's going on here? Let's get this. Get the values of bool. And that's going to plug into our branch. And if you can see the player, then set the focus, and if you can't, then don't bother. No, actually you want to clear focus. Clear focus. Yeah. Okay, let's compile that, and let's see. So if it contains that, then you want to set the blackboard value. So we have a blackboard component, so get the blackboard. Get the blackboard, and I want you to set value as bool, and we're going to get the key name in a second, but the bool value will be whatever this is. Copy and paste that, make a literal name. And what do we name this in our blackboard? We named this player cited, so we'll copy and paste that. Cool. So inside my set focus task now, it's going to get the thing. So in here, set focus, compile. Let's make these both public so we can. Okay, so the key, player reference key, I can't set those for some reason, but I feel like I can now. Cited bool key. Okay, so hopefully now, if I can get away from these zombies, what should happen as they start running it past is they shouldn't look at me awesome until they can actually see me. Oh, okay, hello. So, can you see me yet? Yeah, you're kind of focusing on me now, right? Yo, okay. Do you know, actually, I don't even think I need the focus, because on the move to, if it should just walk towards me, right? So let me save that and try again. Yeah, so he's going to walk towards me naturally anyway. Strafing a bit as he goes because he's got my last player location, but it's pretty accurate. I don't really want to force it to update any more than it already is doing. But yeah, this AI feels pretty cool. I can sort of run around with this. Okay. So maybe we didn't even need that set focus after all, we're just gonna move to the player. Now the on fail. That's fine. It's fine, it works for now. It's very basic. Moves to and attack if you successfully move to. Because we have this set up now, which is all pointless. We can get rid of that and we can remove this. And we can go into our blackboard and actually get rid of our player side key. Okay, so we'll save that. And right, that set focus code isn't needed anymore. We can delete that. So what I want to work on now is the rounds. I want this to spawn in rounds, so I need a round system. So what we're going to have is zombies per round set to 10. So this spawner at the minute uses a delay. Close your eyes, Philip. I have a delay in my code. So we're going to get rid of this delay on the event take as well. We're going to have a custom event called start break. Yeah, we'll call it start break, and it's going to be setting a custom event by time. Set a timer by event, and this thing's going to last. So you get like a 10-second break between rounds, and the event is going to be. So this is going to be. Let me rename this guy. I want this to be called start round. So for 10 seconds it will call start round. And what start round is going to do is it's going to say, okay, I'm going to have a gate, and we're actually going to have, I'm not sure what should, yeah, I will use event tick. I do want to do this. No, I won't. I'll use it. We'll have another custom event. This is going to get messy. It's going to get messy. So this is spawn timer. So the time between spawns. So when you start the round, you're going to set a timer by event. And we're going to plumb you into here. And every... well, this is what's going to enter. And whether we open the gate or not, I'm going to decide that in a moment. So every, I don't know, second you can spawn a zombie. So to open the gate, we need a custom event. Nope. Well, when the round starts, you certainly, when you start the round and you call that one time, you certainly want to open the gate. But then you want a custom event to close the gate. So this custom event is going to be called when all of the zombies have been spawned for that round. I also want us to do another thing, but I'm going to put a sequence here for now. So on the other side of the gate, what we need is basically our spawning thing. Spawn a zombie. But we need a way to close the gate. So we're going to call spawn a zombie. We're going to have zombies in world, max zombies, so zombies per round. So what I want to do is have a branch on here, and I'm going to have another variable named zombies spawned. I'm using the gate to hold on. I do have a reason for this. Basically, I want to open and close whether the spawners will spawn or not, which is why I'm using the gate. And I'm always going to have the set timer by event. Yeah, I'll always have that timer ticking. If I set a timer by an event and then set the timer by event again, is that a thing? I know I should probably kill the timer. Clear timer and invalidate by handle. Right, so I'm going to promote this to a variable, and we're going to name this I'm going to name this thing flow timer, because when you close the gate you want to turn off the, or pause timer by handle. Okay, I'm going to need the handle anyway, so I'll pause you. Pause timer by handle. And when you start the round, what do you, because you need to, what can I do with this? Unpause, or, yeah, unpause timer by handle. So after 10 seconds, it's going to unpause the timer, and when all of the zombies have been spawned, it will pause the timer. So my branch is going to be zombie spawn. So you're going to set zombie spawned. Let's move this over to zombie spawned plus 1. No. The branch wants to be over here. Okay. So set zombie spawn to, actually I just want to increment in. I don't need to do this one. So you're going to add a zombie to the zombie spawned and call spawn a zombie. So, and then on my branch, what I wanted to do was check if zombie spawned was more than or equal to the zombies per round. And if it is, if it's not more than or equal to, then you want to go ahead and do that. Okay. So where do we call close gate? Well, close gate comes here. Like that. Because what's happening is if I don't if I don't spawn a zombie, then I want to, because it's already equal to or more, I'm going to close the gate. And when you call close gate, it will close it. It won't open because of that. So something needs to set up this set timer by event. So set spawn. Okay, yeah, so set spawn timer. Or start spawn timer. And that needs to be called after your first break. You're going to unpause. Oh wait, that needs to be called at the beginning, followed by a pause, I suppose. But then how would you open it? Okay, so that there is getting pretty complicated. That there, what you do is you call start spawn timer, starts this thing going off. We store it and we open the gate, and then this thing basically fires every second. And if we've spawned enough zombies already, then we will close the gate, which is here, and it will close the gate, and then it will pause the timer. So then what you want to do is unpause it. But we'd never stopped it. So what I'm actually going to do is, instead of doing that, I'm going to what can I do with this? I can clear and invalidate timer by handle. Let's do it like that, because I'm going to start a new one anyway. So after your break, instead of doing unpause timer, you're just going to call start spawn timer again. Can't unpause a handle that doesn't exist. No, I cannot. I have no unpausing and pausing going on now. I've replaced pausing and unpausing with basically setting up the timer. And once you've finished with this, you should start a break. So this is a loop, really. This is two loops that are going to loop back and forth and sort of bounce between each other. So what we should have is, we should, apart from that guy, have 10 zombies that spawn. Wait, no, we won't have any because none of this was called from anywhere. The first thing you want to call is start break. So on begin play, you're going to start a break. And what I'm also going to do is tie in a thing called round counter, which is going to be stored in here. Round counter. So we're going to compile it, and whenever you start this again, you're going to set that to its, or you're just going to increment it basically. And increment. Nope, not float. We're going to get you, and we're going to increment you. What I'm going to do is set up a quick HUD. So let's go ahead, back out to my first person and blueprints, and we're going to, not a HUD, I want a widget. I want to make a new blueprint class of type widget, and we're going to name this round text. Yeah, okay, I'm feeling the flow of this now. That is not what I wanted, so nope, that really stopped me dead in my tracks. That's not what I was after. I was after a widget blueprint named round text. Now this blueprint is gonna print some pretty little text onto my screen up at the top left, and it's gonna basically say, we're gonna make a binding on this, and you are gonna do we have a construction script? And called after the underlying slate widget is constructed. This event is for cosmetic non-gameplay actions. Okay. I basically need you to have a reference to my zombie manager in my world. So how are you going to get that reference to that? In the construct, you're going to set a variable of type object reference and that's going to be zombie manager. Whoa. Just imagine this like little pimp zombie manager pimping out his little zombies. And we're going to set that by, now I wouldn't recommend doing this, but I'm going to do it once at the beginning of runtime, and that's why. And I know it's only going to get one actor from the world. We're looking for a zombie manager. I know there's only going to be one, so I can get a copy of number 0, set you in there. So now that we have our zombie manager, what I should be able to do in this thing is call this, and then off that I should be able to get the rounds, the round counter perhaps. Maybe make it public and see if we can grab that from there. I'm going to need to cast you. Cast to zombie manager, and I'm going to get the round count from here. So we're going to make some text. Make literal text, and we're going to just basically make a string. So append. So it's going to say round, and then we'll put that into there, and you will do that, and we'll put you into there. So we'll tidy this up a bit. So what we do is we get the round counter, convert it from an int to a string, put round and then the string, and then convert the string to text. Why don't you set it as a zombie manager instead of casting to it? I thought that's what I did. I genuinely thought that's what I did. Maybe I'm looking for an actor reference, actor object reference, instead of an object reference. I don't know if that makes any sense. So where did I set this? Let me go back in here. You now have type actor, get all actors, set that in there. So when I come to get the text, oh wait a minute, no, I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. It wants to be a zombie. I understand, because zombie manager is a blueprint. It's also its own class. So zombie manager object reference, change variable type. Genius, thank you very much. That makes sense. So let's go to the event graph, and you're going to set the zombie manager because you're getting a zombie manager. That's cool. And then the zombie manager can give us the round counter, and we can just simply plug in the text here. So what we should have now is we need to add a widget to our viewport as our first person character. So on begin play, we're gonna add widget component. No, not widget component. Something to do with widget. Create widget. That's the one I want. Create a widget of type round text, and we're gonna add that to the viewport. Add to viewport. Beautiful. The owning player would be me, so let's play that. And we see round 0 up in the top left. So hopefully what's going to happen is that round in a couple of seconds will go up to round 1. And we should now see zombies spawning. Okay, look at that. So we should have 10 zombies. Let me pause it there. Let me pause it there before I get too excited. Maximum zombies in world, we're going to set that to 30, okay? So each time it's going to spawn, oh wait a minute, zombies spawned will also need to be reset back to 0. I did forget about that. When you close the gate, oh no, wait a minute, when you start your break, you want to set zombies spawned back to 0, along with zombies in world, set that to 0, because there shouldn't really be any zombies in the world at that point. Actually no, that is handled itself That's handled elsewhere. I'm not going to play around with that because otherwise I'll end up with negative values. I just want to set zombies spawned back to 0. So we're allowed a maximum of 30 zombies on the map with our maximum zombies on level. So in the first round, I should see only 10 spawn. So we're on round 0 at the minute. Let's see, give me round 1. There we go. Spawn me some zombies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 is over here. So I shouldn't see any more spawning now. Right? It spawned the 10 for the round. Ah, but round 2 starts anyway. Okay, so we found a little issue. You have to wait until all of them are dead. So, you may have closed the gate and stopped them from spawning more. You don't necessarily want to start the break yet, because you have to wait until all of the zombies are dead before you can start the break. That's how you get to like kite the crawlers around at the end. So start break is actually going to be called when dead zombie is equal to 0. When zombies in world equals 0. So we'll have a branch on here. And when zombies in world equals 0, then you will start the break. Because killing the last zombie, go to the zombie blueprint. Sure thing, dude. So when you kill the last zombie, it calls out and calls dead zombie. And so in my dead zombie, what I'm now doing is if it equals to 0, because new zombie is called whenever you spawn a zombie. So dead zombie is called whenever you kill one. So when that reaches 0, then you'll start the break. So we're going to give that another try. Get rid of this dude. We're on round 0 at the minute. And we are on round 1. Anytime now. I need to check if I'm invincible so I can have a sip while this does what it does. Please don't kill me. Okay, I see 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh wait, no, there's 4 at the back and 6 at the front. We have 1, yeah, there's, I think there's 10 there. I'll tell you what, let's pause it and eject and just count these 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Awesome. So what I want to do now is check whether I can kill all of these and if that's now on break. So I need the round text HUD. We're going to add another textual component to it. Let's say on break. Oh wait, that's a totally different thing. So I need a different text. That's going to get changed anyway. So we'll put you here with your anchor being this one. And you're going to say in nice big letters. Whoa. Break time. Cool. Let's put you here. So the visibility on this, instead of doing the font, what I'm going to do is change the color and opacity. So I want to bind the alpha. So I want to make whatever the fuck that is, make a slate color. Whoa. Make a color. There we go. These will all be 1s. So this needs a branch on it really, as to, yeah. Branch on this, and what we're going to do with this one is this is going to get my zombie manager, and in my zombie manager I'm going to have a boolean called onBreak. so that other things can figure out whether it's break time or not. You know, so if you have like doors that only open on break time, now I have somewhere that I can cast to, or somewhere that I can check whether it is break time or not. So when you start break, you're gonna set that to true, and when you start the round, you're gonna set that to false. And so what this is gonna do is it's gonna say break. If on break is true, then can you have multiple return nodes? You can. I'm gonna do this a bit of a cheating way. There's a better way that I could do this, but I'm just gonna do it like this for now. So return node that way, and if on break is false, so if you're not on break, then I'll just set the alpha down here to 0. So hopefully it says break time, and I'm hoping that that goes away in a second. Hooray, we're on round 1. Okay, so I'm just going to test this. So we have 10 zombies spawn now. Let's get rid of these guys with their amazing death animation. And we're on break time, but I still see a couple of them spawning. Right, okay, I think that's because we're using somewhere zombies spawned, zombies per round. It should close the gate, but I suppose if there's code already flowing through the pipes, as it were, spawn a zombie. If execution's already flowing down here and it's doing this, I suppose what I could have another branch here. Or can you have an and? On break, and then I wanna knot it. So if it's not on break and it's that, let's try that. Because as soon as it changes to break time, then it should really stop spawning them. I don't understand why I can't shoot them as they come out of the ground. I also need to update my HUD with how many zombies I'm killing. Huh, I should have been counting those. So why isn't it break time? It is, but there were zombies on the map. It shouldn't be break time while there are zombies on the map. Let me undo that change there and go and check somewhere else. I'll move this out of the way. That's my begin play. Just tidy this up a little bit. What I have over here is my break. And what I have here is zombie spawn, zombie death. So zombie counter handling. So that handles the up and down of the zombies. And then this crazy bit of code here is my round spawner, my rounds system. Or the spawning system from the rounds, really, should I say. You're entering the gate, and if it's open, you're gonna... And when you call close gate, what does close gate do? It does that thing, stops the timer. So how does it start a break again? Once it's stopped the timer, it needs to start the break, right? because there's nothing else that's going to start the break. I have a start break on begin play. Oh wait, I have a start break here. I'm sure I just said this. When zombies in world equals 0, then you'll start the break. Zombies in world will only go up when a new zombie is spawned, and zombies in world will only go down when you do that. Or when you start a break, but that's really confusing. I can't figure out why this isn't working. I've simply got my variables mixed up somewhere. I know it, or a simple something isn't quite right. I don't want to call start a break. I don't want to do that in start a break. I'm gonna do it once the break's over. So I'm gonna do zombie spawn to 0. Let's do that there. I'm gonna do it once the break is over, not at the start of the break. That wants to be done there though. I feel like that might help with my issue. Wait a minute, by killing that zombie I actually put it onto -1 to start with, so I'm messing up my own. So we'll have no zombies in the world by default. We're on break. Let's see. Have I got 10? Again, I'm going to pause this. I'm going to reject. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Awesome. So I'm going to jump back in here. Kill off a couple of these. And only when this last one dies does break time. Oh my god. Whew. I think I know. I understand what you're saying with event dispatch. Sorry, I'm not ignoring you, Philip. I understand what you're saying with event dispatches, and I get how they work. They're basically a way to notify something else somewhere. It's casting is like a one-to-one communication, and event dispatch is like a one-to-many. So it's saying, hey, if anyone out here is listening for such and such event, well, it's just happened. That's my understanding of it. I could be wrong. Anyway, so I think it will spawn another 10. So what I wanted to do was maybe add 5 zombies every round. So the zombies per round, after you have finished your break, you're going to set zombies per round to zombies per round plus 10. So after you've done that, you're going to set the zombies per round to zombies per round plus, I don't know, maybe, yeah, let's do, this can always be tweaked with. In fact, I'll promote it to another variable to say extra zombies to spawn each round, and this variable I'm going to make public so I can just change this on the fly. So you're going to set to zombies per round. You're going to add this to that number. Okay. Sorry. So in my thing over here, I really should have been naming these. So this is get round counter, and this one is, oop, fuck, I don't want to do that. Rename that. This is get round, no wait a minute, get break time text. And what I want to go is go back to my designer, and we have the break time, then break up here, and we're going to have another text bar, which is going to say zombies remaining or something along those lines. So we're going to bind you, and we're going to name this one get zombies remaining text. So this is not going to be the amount of zombies on the map, but the total number of zombies that need to be killed, which is going to be by getting the zombie manager, getting a couple of variables off this. So I want to get your zombies spawned and also your zombies per round. So instead of printing the zombies per round, I need to print, so append a string. So it's going to be infected remaining. And that's going to be zombies spawned negative, zombies per round negative zombies spawned. Yeah, so it's going to be top one negative bottom one. And out of infected remaining, and then that'll be zombies per round in there. Put a space on either side of that, and I'm going to plumb the return value into a get text. Cool. Let's give this a compile, have a quick look at how this is going. So infected remaining 10 out of 10 on round 0. Let's see if this works. Come on, be super cool. Oh wait a minute, no, because obviously the spawned is going to change. That was dumb. That's how many infected need to spawn. I don't know why I did the negative. I don't need to know how many zombies have been spawned. I need to know I could just pass the zombies in world. Although I don't know if this is actually set anywhere. I feel like it should be, yeah. Zombies in world is incremented when never. Someone's one less than max level and level. If zombies in world is less than maximum zombies in level, then you can do this. But the zombies in world is basically zombies spawned. I just never fucking used it. Let's put zombies spawned in here. Unless the other possibility is that on spawning we cast to the Z manager and set it out here. That's a possibility. Take left away from spawned. Take left away from spawn. Take left away? I'm sorry, what do you mean by that? Zombie spawn. Did I not just change you to do something else? You don't do anything in there. In my zombie manager, zombie spawned. Right, guys, let's just give it a try. Another try. Yeah, okay, so that's still just going down. Zombies left from spawn. But do I have a... I don't have a zombies left anywhere. That's the text I'm trying to get. Take the zombies left away from zombie spawn. If I... Oh, why can't I figure out the most basic of fucking math things? God, this is how you know it's getting late. Well, that and the fact that it is 20 to 4. I want to figure this last bit out, and then I'm going to have to call it a quits after a 3-hour stream. Take zombies left from spawn. I bet you're screaming at your computer, dude. Okay. I'm trying to figure out how many infected are remaining. Like, zombies spawned goes up whenever I spawn a zombie. So that is actually too volatile to use. My zombies per round is how many I'm gonna spawn, which is why it goes straight into there. And off here I can get what? You have a zombies in scene counter. Scene counter. I have a zombies in world. I have the zombies in world, but it's not. It doesn't appear to be in use anywhere. Okay, it's in use. Where? Decrements every time one is murdered. Zombies in world. Oh my fucking god! Yeah, it does. You know my code better than I do. Okay, so zombies in world is how many have been spawned. So that number is actually going to change because when you get on the higher rounds, so it'll actually, when you start the round, it'll say 1 zombie remaining, 2 zombie remaining, 3 zombie remaining. I'm pretty okay with that. Let's get rid of that and let's remove the pins. Let's just have it as a straight up how many zombies are running around the map right now. I wanted a total of how many you've killed. I wanted the total number of zombies. Zombies in world goes up as I spawn them, but because I spawn them slowly, yeah, this is gonna be zombies in world, zombies per round count, zombies spawned. I'm gonna have a new one, a new variable called total remaining zombies. Total remaining zombies. And what total remaining zombies is going to do is whenever you start the round, total remaining zombies is going to be set to the value of zombies per round. And then what's going to happen is every time you kill a zombie, you're going to set the total remaining zombies to decrement. And then I'm just going to use this variable purely before the text HUD over here. So not zombies in world anymore, but zombies. Get total remaining zombies. Plug that into there, and this is going to work. This is going to work. So it should say infected remaining 0. That's fine because there's none in at the minute. I'm on round 0. We're on round 1 and there's 10 zombies remaining, 9 zombies remaining, 8, 7, 6, 5, 6, 5. Where are you at, you undead bastards? 4. Whoa, trick shots. 2, 1, 0. Break time. That's awesome. So this time on round 2 we should have 15 zombies spawning. Right? I hope so. Infected remaining 10. No, so okay, because I'll tell you why that is. I know exactly why that is. On our zombie manager, wherever the fuck we put it. That's it. We didn't set the extra zombies to spawn to anything else, so we're gonna set that to be, I don't know, spawn an extra 5 zombies each round. And I'm really bugged about the map. I'm gonna show you something I have going over here. This map I was basically building for this game mode. So I'd really love to export my work on this game mode out, or export the map over So we'll let that fire up in the background, and we'll give this another test. So it's going to be laggy because I'm opening the other project, but whatever, it's fine. We can deal with it for a moment. So there's 15 on the first round now. That's fine. As long as I get 20 on my next round, I'm happy. Yeah, it's really not happy, is it? In theory, you can migrate. Yeah, and yeah, there is a pretty decent way of migrating from one project to another. I'm just gonna test this and make sure this system works, and then I'll crack on with that side of things. So I want to see 20 zombies this time. I think I will. But just to make sure there's no glitches in the system. 20, that's fantastic news. So my hospital is only on 45. Come on. What I can do in the meantime then is to try and put all of my things in one nice little package. But you can't have the... No, I know you can't. I'm not gonna do the migration now. What I'm gonna do is just sort of show you around the other map that I have. Just as a little end of stream bonus, I suppose. So it's terrible, by the way, but it's probably one of the best that I've made, so... But considering the models you sent me earlier, you're going to take one look at this map and laugh. It's... yeah, whatever. We'll take a look. So this is the round text. Break time on break, cool. That's awesome. You know, you can always go ahead and I can always continue. The vid, I did get a video. I didn't ever checked it out actually. I'm gonna open it up now. Oh wow, okay. Oh, I do like the animation of when he pulls the stuff off the shelf. That's pretty cool. I'm not going to show this one on stream because this is how I'm going to get people to join the Discord server. Is if you want to see what I'm looking at right now, you're going to have to join. But yeah, him pulling all the things off the shelf, that's really awesome. That's a pretty neat little jam, dude. I like it. The doors are cool. The doors are cool. Oh, and you guys out of battery. Oh dear. That's awesome. Yeah, sweet job on that. Where was I going with this? You're not going very fast. Okay, I think I may have frozen things by trying to open that. I'll do that another time. Yeah, I think this computer's ready for a restart now. It's been hammered this evening. Okay, so I'm going to save all this up and I'm going to wrap up the stream there. So thank you very much for joining us, guys. I really appreciate the input that you've given me. I feel like we've actually got quite a bit done. We've got a... Can we play it, or is it going to be too laggy? Please don't be too laggy. I wanna enjoy this. So we have a round system implemented now. You know, we got our rounds going up. We can work through, and it should forever increase the amount of zombies that spawn with each round, but it will never go over 30 on the map at any one time. That's to do with performance. Oh, okay. Here we go. So it opened. Look at these guys. Let's pop these zombies down. Probably going to increase their run speed at some point as well. Okay, so where did it go? Here it is. Let me switch that to omelet, and it's so broken. Oh, it's going to take a while to compile the shaders. I'll sort of try and show you the outline. It was supposed to be a hospital. This is sort of the upstairs of the hospital where it was still all... It was abandoned, but it wasn't entirely destroyed with the textures, is the sort of theme I was going for. So this hospital sort of spanned around through these rooms, and then there is an elevator at the other side of the hospital that takes you down into the fog and into a... I think the best way I would describe it is, if you've seen Stranger Things, this is supposed to be an upside down version of the exact same hospital that's upstairs. So that's the sort of vibe I was going with this place, but it's, yeah, it wants some work doing to it. So what I'm probably going to do is I want to get the system in place, so all I have to do is come in here, drop in my spawners, drop in my zombie manager and press play, and then what I can do after that is then I can start to take a look at maybe making some better particle effects and making down here and this map more of what I want it to be. So that's where I'm going to hopefully go with this. That's where I'd like to go with this. Let's try and get it emigrated over to that. But yeah, we've got a good basis now. We've got something cool working. Next stage is I have to polish this up and then make a nice map to test in. Thank you very much for joining, guys. It's been really fun. Philip, thank you very much for your help tonight, dude. It's been really cool to have you here to help me out with this. So big shout out to you. Thank you, dude. And as always, guys, I am off on holiday tomorrow, so I will be back with my next live stream on the 20th of April. So I'll see you then. Take care, and